This is Dr. Deepashri for you, NLP practitioner and life coach. If you want to understand all about willpower, if you want to acquire and learn more about determination, if you want to learn about how to stay powerful all the time, especially how to control yourself, this is the video for you. Now, what are the four pillars to power? Now, the first one is burn and build. Now, what do we burn and what do we build? It's burning bridges and building bridges. Imagine you have a bridge which is not taking you to the right destination. You need not have that bridge for you. So you need to burn the bridge. And let's say you have a beautiful destination, but then you're not able to reach there. What do? You build a bridge to reach that particular place. So this is all about burning and building bridges, which is the number one thing. When I say burning and building bridges, what do I mean by that? I mean about people around you. So I have written certain things over here. Generally, we are influenced by the social networking. So they did a study wherein they felt that number of people who were obese, or they looked at a group of obese people, and they found that these group of obese people had either in the family or amongst the friends, need not be somebody very close to them physically, but they can be very far as well. So when they were connected to people who were obese, these people also turned out to be obese. Same with cigarette smoking, same with alcohol. It could be any addiction for that matter. So it is a networking which really matters. So when something is not taking you to the right place, when something is not leading you to the right destination, the most important thing is to burn the bridge. At the end of the day, you are the priority, and you need to build bridges and make or meet clusters of people or form groups wherein you have people who are like-minded, who are wanting to reach that beautiful destination. So this is about burning and building the bridges. The second important thing that they say is living out loud. Now, what do I mean by live out loud? This is about goal setting. See, we all set goals in our lives. I know people talk about SMART goals, wherein it is smart, measurable, achievable, with a time scale, reliable, etc., etc. Now, it's not about the goal setting. It's about how to set the right kind of goals, which is very important to understand. All of us, we may not be setting the right kind of goals. I can give you an example for this. For example, if you want to, let's say, cut down on your alcohol intake, if somebody has been drinking every single day, and if you want to cut down on your alcohol intake, sometimes we make a determination or we make a resolution, like your New Year resolution, and we say, I'm not going to touch alcohol, let's say 4 days a week, and I'm just going to touch alcohol only 3 times a week. So 3 days you don't take alcohol, and on the fourth day, if it is just you yourself to whom you have made this resolution, what happens is you sometimes feel, okay, let me just try one glass today. It's okay, it may not be 3 glasses, but let me try one glass today. So you try a glass of alcohol on day 4, and on day 5 you may think, it's okay, I mean, I took it yesterday, so let me try it again, so maybe just one more glass. So what happens is, over a period of time, this just wanes off or this just goes down, and this happens when you make this resolution to yourself. And sometimes people stick a lot of things on a refrigerator, or they make vision boards and they put things up so that there is something as a constant reminder. This is a little bit better than making your own resolution inside. So something that you can see, something that you can you can read, whenever your determination falls apart, something tells you. These are like warning signs on the road, something which tells you there is a warning ahead, etc., etc. So that may help to some extent. But the most important thing which really helps you is when you live it out loud. Now, what do I mean by that? Tell this to people, tell this to your friends, tell this to your family, that you are not going to touch the alcohol, or you're going to go on a diet. It can be anything that you want to follow in your life. When you say this to people, you tend to stick onto this, and this is what research has shown. And so the second thing is live out loud, shout it out, make some noise, and that really goes a long way. Now, the third thing that they talk is something called as get radical. Now, what do we mean by getting radical? Getting radical is, you need to form groups with specific shared goals. Sometimes, as I told you, the number one thing is burning and building. When you have a cluster of people or a group of people who are demotivated, who are not confident, or who are lacking the willpower, you tend to become, the same like your own group of people. Now, find a network or find a group of people with a similar goal. When you share similar things in that particular network, this is going radical and meeting similar people, and just find out what is making them to stick on to their goal, goals. Sometimes, we all fall apart, and then in the sense that, we all give up at times, but then we are there to kind of lift each other up rather. So this can really help when you get radical, and when you just form this radical networking with like-minded people who can actually share similar goals, or who have specific shared goals. So this can actually go a long way. Now, number 4 is all of the above. So basically, these are actually 3 pillars of power, but the fourth one is you need to put all these things together. It's just not one of the goals which is important, or it is not one of the 4 pillars that I'm talking about. You need to put all these 3 principles. The first one is burning and building bridges. The second one is shout out loud or tell it to people around you. And the third thing is get radical, and form networking with people who can share similar specific goals. So that's it for now. I hope this is useful, and we need to practice this, put this into practice. So willpower is something that we are not born with. There are a lot of experiments which went on to prove. You can go to Google and read about the marshmallow experiment, which was done in Stanford University. And there are a lot of other experiments as well. So willpower can be acquired. The power is very much within you. The only thing that you can control is you.